Let the chaos begin! Controllers clacking, mics are hot, gamers on deck, we talk a lot. Tech, twist, streams, and viral scenes. We're living the dream behind the screens. Gaming, streaming, chaos supreme. The crew that breaks your algorithmic dream. From pixels to madness, we light up your feed. It's Mr. Stubbinz, Vigilante, and Nimbus, yes indeed.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, welcome back everybody to another episode of Pull the Trigger Podcast. My name is Mr. Stubbinz. Today I'm joined by Nimbus and Vigilante 360. How we doing today, guys?
Oh, good.
I'm just looking at the time. We're already at 40 minutes. We haven't even started, so I'm like, okay, we got to do this.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we're actually going to start the podcast this time.
Podcast time.
So we figured today for you guys that we would maybe talk about streaming. The little hamster. It's a tripod hamster.
Oh my god!
Struggling. It's struggling on that.
It's a bi-tripod.
It's a bi-tripod.
It's just a pod. A uni-bi-tripod hamster.
Anyways, for streamers that may have questions, Nimbus is new to streaming, so he may have questions. We figured that maybe with Vigilante's expertise and my somewhat amateur streaming abilities, we might be able to answer some questions that maybe some of you guys may have as first-time streamers, or even just kind of give some tips that we think may be good for everybody.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I am nowhere near an expert.
You know, all these questions are geared just to you, Vigi.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but, you know.
How bricked up are you?
I have 100 basalt cobble in my pocket.
See, it works because he's playing Hightail. It works.
It's true.
It works.
Can't help it. I love this game. So
I love
good.
how we were gonna do Minecraft counter, but now that Hightail's come out, he hasn't played Minecraft since.
Right.
Can't help it. When a game's good, the game's good.
We'll just call it the
Hightail
brick counter.
The brick counter.
Yeah.
Track how many bricks he places and how many erases from the world.
How bricked up is Vigi? The world may never know.
We will.
I'm not
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Okay.
So Nimbus, with you streaming a couple times now, how confident do you feel in your streaming and all that? And is there any questions that you may have that maybe as a first time streamer?
Well, so I feel pretty confident. It's still kind of weird, everybody that I play with, I let them know, hey, I'm going to stream. So if I'm talking to somebody and it's not you, that's why. Because you got to talk to your chat, right? And so I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. But I'm making the push for the affiliate. Which you guys, I think you guys had it more difficult than I will because they've nerfed it in a sense since COVID.
Yeah, it took me
Really?
2 years to get affiliate.
What sucked for me was I finally did my push for affiliate, and as soon as I got it, then they nerfed it. Almost immediately after. And Vigi can tell you, literally, I got it that January, and they nerfed it that February.
It was so stupid.
Yeah. Because I don't remember, it was what was it? You had to stream for 8 days or something in a month, and it had 8 hours. Was it?
No, you had to stream
7 consecutive days, or 7. I don't remember.
No, it was 12 days in a month. It was 2, 4, 6. It was 8 days a week, 8 days in a month. You had to have the average view of 3 for the whole month.
Yeah.
And then it was 50 followers, I think was the minimum.
50, yeah.
And the hardest one to get is always that average views of 3.
Viewers.
Yeah, so where I'm sitting right now is I've got 11 followers out of the 25 needed. You have to stream 4 days a month and for 4 hours a month. And I do that just playing, on a Friday night, I'll hit the 4.
I was gonna say, you could do one fucking stream a month and be at that.
Yeah, except you have to do it, 4 days. But so the hours is never the issue, but
Yeah.
I have 0 of the 3 average viewers because it's 3 average viewers on 4 different days.
But
that's gonna be
that's gonna be the hardest part. But the best part about the way that they're doing now is having you do 1 hour streams, which 1 hour streams will get you there a lot faster if you have just a bunch of people in there. So what they say is when you're pushing for affiliate, small streams, 1 to 2 hour streams, cut it off, and if you still keep playing games, cool. You can record it, make extra content, post it somewhere else.
Well, and see, the thing I've noticed more than anything, obviously being so small, right? You don't have the people that have you followed and they're just going to auto, and you're going to have hundreds of people watching right out of the gate, is like, I've noticed people, on OBS, you can set it up where you can see how many viewers you have, and I've noticed like,
Turn it off.
but like, I mean, I don't care about any of that, but like I've had it on, and like I've noticed there'd be like 5-6 people in there, and like nobody's chatting or anything, so it's hard to like interact with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what sucks also is Twitch has a bad problem with like spam bots.
Right.
When they first come into your stream, they will actually act as a viewer.
Yeah.
But then as soon as like they post that, they're gone.
Right. See, I should have had this ready.
Underprepared. See this?
Well, no, I want to show people, like, I want to show you guys my OBS, what it's setting like right now. And then that way people can see it, right? And you can be like, okay, you don't need this, this works,
Right.
this works. This is what we
And
do.
actually, since Vigi and I started streaming, OBS has come a long way in some of the things that they do that make it easier than what it used to be.
True.
It used to be harder to actually separate the audios. It used to you actually had to use like a third-party program to separate the audios.
Which, funny story,
Please.
I still use that third-party software.
So I have issues with the OBS. I don't know if it's still because that part of the OBS is in beta where you use like the
It's still...
that part of it's still in beta where it will not pick up the audio again, and I have to go back in and redo it. And that's what main part of my issues on my streams are. Is like I could have Discord up and everything, but then I have to go back and re-add it back in there. Same with the like music and stuff like that. So I feel like once they get that fixed, it'll be a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so I mean, like, that's just the stuff that and a lot of the other stuff that I've had questions about, like the channel points and things like that. I've learned that it's all after you get to the affiliate push, and then all of that stuff comes into play.
Which is weird because they said that they were supposed to allow everybody to have that beforehand.
Dude, I thought that you
Well,
could
no,
use
I
it.
think you said you can have the buttons, but you cannot customize them.
You can have some stuff on there, but you can't do any customization or really hardly anything until after you've hit affiliate.
So in my opinion, it's not really point to have those on there. I think
Yeah, like
people
I've
can donate
got
and
all
sub
of the
to-
stuff. I've got all the stuff ready for it. I just can't do anything. And you could still have people sub, I guess. I don't know. I don't have anybody that's subbed, but you can't get any of the money until you hit affiliate anyway.
Yeah, they
Yeah, it
talked
goes
about
into
doing that.
the spendable balance
Yeah.
that you could spend on Twitch on other people. Like,
And-
here, you can make money, but you can't have it. Give it to other people.
Right.
Yeah, it's. I think they had good intentions with it, but I think they should at least made like the channel points available to everybody. It just makes the stream more interactive.
And channel points isn't one of those things that seems like it should be.
You would think
because
channel
it's-
points would be whatever, because they're not Twitch isn't losing any money by not letting people use
Yeah.
channel points.
Right, and the thing is, I think part of it is the fact that before, in the before times,
In the land before time.
BC, before COVID.
that's how you would use, or that's how you would find out if somebody was affiliated, right? Is if they had channel points and if they had the ability to give bits. That's how you could tell. But
Now it's available technically in a way for everybody, so it makes it 10 times harder to find out if someone's affiliated or not. I wish there was like maybe a little symbol next to their name that was for affiliate and partner.
and which that doesn't really matter if you're affiliated or not. But for me personally, I like to raid out to the smaller people that may not be affiliated. So knowing if they're affiliated or not would help tremendously with that.
Yeah.
Especially because you want to help out the small streams, and don't get me wrong, I do like raiding out to big streamers too because it does get your name seen, right? Like you want to diverse yourself out when you're raiding out to get your name out there because people are like, oh, this person raided out to me, thank you so much. I mean, that's how I met some of the people I have through Twitch. But also at the same point, if you're specifically looking like, oh, hey, I got a bunch of people in my stream, I want to go raid a small streamer that maybe needs that little extra help push to get them up there, because let's say Vigi goes in there with like 12 people, I go in with like 10 people into your stream, Nimbus. Well, you may be on your last day of the month that you need, and you're only at like 0.1, but all those people coming in like right at once, would put you over that average views.
Right.
So it would be nice to have something that differentiates people who are not affiliated and at least affiliated / partner.
Yeah.
I think like a badge or something would be nice. Personally.
Yeah.
Not saying that like it's fancy. I'm just saying something like that just lets other people know that, hey, this person's affiliated, or hey, this person's a partner, or hey, this person's on the push for affiliate, because they don't have those yet.
Yes, indubitably.
So I asked ChatGPT what are some of like the most common questions for streamers that are like brand new and maybe want to go live. Some of the questions are meh. Some of them maybe you guys have had.
Some maybe Nimbus has had.
Yeah. And Vigi actually had this one happen to him recently. What if my stream crashes mid-game?
Oh, you just keep going.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That's the big, like, okay, so...
I got first 3 times in a row that stream.
Oh my god, it was such a rough night, but OBS has a feature that will auto reconnect if it's able to. And in that instance, you just have to keep going. You just have to keep
You have to
going
act like it never
nothing
happened.
Right? And you can acknowledge it, like I did. I was like, man, what the fuck just happened? I think we reset. Okay, we're back. We're good. Right? And you keep going. You don't let it get you down. You don't let it stop the stream. You just take it as a small hiccup. Right? You just keep going. Nimbus disappeared.
Nimbus did disappear. Just like that, we're going to keep on going and not acknowledge it.
That's right.
Should I stream in 1080p or 720? Actually, to be honest, 720 ends up being better for a lot of people than 1080p, because 1080p is really kind of locked behind the affiliate. So if you're pushing for that affiliate, it's better to run more at 720p, and plus it works better for phones if people are watching mobile. It doesn't brick up as much if you're doing 720. Nimbus, you good?
I think he's disappeared forever. He's gone forever.
Gone forever. But one of the biggest misconceptions, do I need 2 monitors? I personally run 2 monitors, but no. Honestly,
I run 3, but you don't need it.
You could literally just have one, and literally you can use your phone to watch chat.
Will I say that it helps? 100%, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does. Because of the fact that, like you just said, watch and chat. Being able to have chat on a separate screen is much easier to keep track of it, but it's not necessity.
Because see, what I like about it is I always make sure that my chat's closest to the screen where my game's at. So that way I don't have to look as far over. I'm just looking right at the...
Oh, wow, he left. And just like that, Nimbus quit.
I'm going to write, you have to give a 2-week notice.
Oh, he's back.
I have no idea what just happened.
You have to give a 2-week notice before quitting, bud.
Dude, I have no idea what just happened.
It's pretty funny that we were talking about technical
crashing
issues. Yeah.
We spoke it into existence.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. But anyway, I was still listening. Like, I could still hear you guys.
That was like that one day where like cut out and I like walked back this way. You guys were like, oh look, that's the male top physique right there.
Peak male physique. But no, so like, I guess, what do you what kept you guys going when you were first starting and like there was no chat, and it seemed like it was kind of silly just to be talking to yourself.
Honestly?
And
Love of the game.
Yep.
that's
It
what I
was
was
just
getting at. Because we're under a different breed of streaming. Like, we don't want to, if we make money, we make money, but it's all about the passion.
Yeah,
It's
and
all
that's
about
one of
the
the
passion.
biggest things, like, that small streamers starting out, people that are just starting out, need to realize that the money, unless you are, like, already established on other platforms, or you get extremely lucky your first few streams, it's not there.
And see, I
It's
think
not
that's
a career.
That's the thing a lot of people are, and we've talked about it before with social media, like, everybody thinks they're going to get on Twitch and they're going to have a stream, and next thing you know, they're the next Burnt Peanut, or they're the next Ninja, or whoever, and that's just not the case.
And, okay, so here's another thing. You're going to see a trend now where you're going to see a lot of VTubers.
I straight up saw one on Facebook the other day.
Because of
Yeah.
Peanut.
He was like a bowling ball.
I saw a random piece of toast on TikTok.
Yeah. What was it? The Facebook group that's part of the PBS
Yeah.
that Mashed Potato runs. Someone's like, I
Cross
set
stream
up...
report.
Yep. I set up my VTuber to look kind of like... I use the same program as Peanut does, and it's a potato.
Yeah.
And I mean, he wasn't the first person to ever be a VTuber on Twitch, but he's the most successful. So everybody's going to compare what, especially now when it's the food shapes, or it's that less anime style, more, regular. I don't know. It almost looks like an anime to like claymation. I know it's not a claymation thing, but it's that more. It's the less sharp, bright outlined. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Snapchat filter VTuber.
But you are going to see this like trend where that's going to become more popular. And, I saw an interview with Peanut. He said, before like a few months ago, he didn't have to hide who he was. And then now he does it because he went like viral like that. And that's all it took.
Yeah.
And he was like, I kind of want to just keep my personal life separate from all that. It's like, I'm here to just be entertainment.
I think the most like personal thing he's ever talked about is like what he used to do before he made it on Twitch.
Yeah.
And that's it. But yeah, I don't know. Everybody's gonna compare everybody to whatever, like, I'm not hitting these numbers like this person or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't go through your time on Twitch trying to be other people. You need to have your own thing. You need to do you. Be real. Like, that's the biggest thing, is just be real.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I've seen.
Think that, like, with the burnt peanut, for example, I think that he's fairly close to the same person outside of that VTube lifestyle.
I guarantee it.
I seen an interview with Gingy, who he plays games with, where she said that she met him in real life, and he is exactly the same person, just not a peanut. You know what I mean?
He just walks around dressed up like the planters guy.
Yeah, right. That would be fucking badass.
He got his own skin in Tarkov.
Hell yeah.
Well, Tarkov was one of the things that platformed him. I mean, that's what he played forever, and But yeah, I don't know. So like, I mean, it's kind of past, but it's still kind of relevant. Like, what's the first thing that a new streamer like myself needs to worry about? Do you worry about your kit? Do you worry about your Twitch? Like, what is your guys' opinion on this? Is the first step.
If you're going into it just out of passion alone, you shouldn't have to worry about anything. The worst thing you gotta do is worry about getting into the follow for follows, and don't ever do that.
Yes, that's the biggest thing, is don't get.
That's the biggest trap that you could ever fall into. And it's a big prey for like a lot of small streamers. It's like, oh, I could hit those numbers real quick, but it's just nothing but dead space.
Yep.
You won't.
These people in your chat that are like, we can help you grow your channel. It just takes this, and this, or give me $50, and it's all a scam. Don't fall for it.
And honestly, Seribot, thanks to Vigi showing me that Seribot, if you get that free stream, help 10 times over, because it'll literally just kick all those. It'll kick it all out, and it's done through Twitch, so it constantly updates and tries to catch these.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was streaming one night. I had one that was like the I can get you 2,000 followers or whatever. I was like, okay guys, hang on. I had to stop, and I went on there, and I because I don't have Seribot and all of that set up, or I don't have any mods, so I had to go in there and like do all of it myself. And I'm like, man, like. I know that that's a scam, but there's people that are going to still fall for that because they want that. They want to try to make that burnt peanut vibe.
And especially the younger. Way younger that don't understand that that's a scam yet.
Don't fall for scams, kids.
And I will say that's actually a good point that you brought up about. Hold on, I had it, and then you
don't hurt yourself.
And now it's gone.
Don't hurt yourself.
The bots and having a mod, right? I think that's a really good point, and I think that. Starting out, it would be very helpful for all the people that are starting to get at least one person that you trust that you can moderate to help you watch the chat for those instances.
Right.
And as you grow, the bigger you get, you want to have multiple mods.
Like I have both of you as my mods, and I have a couple other people as my mods. But it's like whenever I'm in your guys' stream, like on Vigi's, I'm one of his mods. I try to catch whatever I can. Do I get everything? No, but. He has a couple of other mods that we all just kind of like. We're in there for majority of the stream.
And I'm telling
I got knighted midstream one night for Stubbinz.
Don't go
He was
to
in the
my
middle of
chat
something.
being
He's
a
like,
troll.
Nimbus, deal with that. And I went, what? And I looked down. And it was like access mod tools.
Yeah, don't go to
Yeah,
my chat trying to be a
all
troll.
you-
My mods have trigger fingers.
So like
I'll just
to
do
mod
Discord.
somebody on Twitch is so easy. Just do /mod and then
And then
at
their
the
username.
person. So that's why, like, because with OBS, what I think I hate the most about OBS is you can't access your mod powers through
Yeah.
OBS, so you can't do anything. But you can give someone the ability to mod if there's someone that's in your channel a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like someone that you trust that you know will do a good job. You're like, hey, mod, and they'll do it. That's why I was able to like, hey Nimbus, I trust you. You're in here. Take care of this because my
I'm
wife
taking him down from the inside.
Because my wife, her computer's bad enough right now. She can't watch the stream
Right.
and play games. So whenever she's playing games with me, I'm gonna be like, hey, I need somebody. And if you're there, which
I say
usually
9
my
times out of 10,
streams-
I'm usually watching yours.
Yeah, unlike some other people.
Can't give him a hard time because he's streaming around the same time anyway.
I know. Here but not here.
Yeah.
It's your fault for choosing to stream the same time I do. I was here first, damn it.
But so like, you know, like,
No, I don't
okay,
care.
so over the years, so maybe we should set a baseline so everybody knows. How long have you been streaming, Stubbins?
Gosh, we discussed this. It was like 5 years, but what sucked was I had bad internet, so it was off and on. Full-time streaming has been 1 full year and a half now.
Okay, and Vigi?
Consistently for almost 5 years.
Okay, so I mean, you know, you got the experience. You've got the pre and post updates for affiliate pushes and things like that. Over those time frames, what's one upgrade that you have done? Like whether it be something small or maybe people don't think about that. You're like, it took your streams from like, okay, this is beginner bush league to what it is now.
Oh,
So one thing I will say that I like about VigiStream that I wish I need to find something that's my own, that's me, is he has that champion
His
of the hill. It makes
viewers.
it interactive. Well, yeah, that too.
and that's a good point because I was gonna say the bot that I use, streamer.bot, and that's where I do a ton.
And since Vigi actually showed me that, it's actually upgraded my stream a little bit more, where I have a little bit more ability. Because what sucks is like whenever you do your channel points, you only get a limited amount of channel points. So if everything's gonna be for free, you need to have that other bot like streamer bots where you can add those other commands where people can go, oh hey, I want this, and just like that. Because like he has one for Ghosty, one for me, one for Demo, one for JP, Lex, Slain, like everybody.
Where's
Yeah,
mine?
so-
You don't get one.
Boo.
He has too many.
Boo.
Sorry.
You ain't been around long enough. Sorry.
That's fine. I bullied Stubbins
Give
to
it
give me
time.
a walk on, so
Yeah. I gave Vigi a walk on before you got one though.
And if you ever do get one, it may end up being something as simple as I have one for Master Tater, where he comes in, and if he does it, all it says is, Master Tater is pretty. And that's it.
I need to get one, so that way I don't have that.
no, give Stubbins that one.
And it just shows
I
the
need to
picture of
change
me in the red
Stubbins.
dress. Yeah, because it's like stock. 'Cause I
Ideas
just
now.
gave him an idea. Yeah, he has.
So like, for somebody, because like I watch you guys, so I kind of mirror a little bit on your side. I try to keep, unless it's like a Friday night or something like that, I'll do longer streams. But I mirror the 2 hour maximum, give or take. But what would you recommend for somebody just starting out? Like, okay, here's a set number to help
1 to
you if
2
you're trying to
hours.
hit that affiliate.
Honestly,
1 to
they
2.
kind of set it up now. They set it up easier now. So I would say, in my personal opinion, I would just stick with the 1 hour, 1 day a week to push your numbers up there. And then once you hit affiliate, stream as much as you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
But generally speaking,
'Cause
1
that-
to 2 hours is pretty fair.
Yeah. Because that push to partner, the problem with that is it is going to take you so long to get to partner.
Ugh, it's so hard to get partner.
Because you have to have, I think it's like three days out of a month that they pick at random that you have to have an average of 75 viewers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I could barely break 20.
I barely break 5 half the time. So,
But see, now why do you think that is? Like, what do you think is stopping you from getting more viewers on your
I know
channels?
what mine is. I know what mine is.
Demo.
I don't network enough. No, I don't network nearly enough.
Yeah.
I
And
have like 2 or 3 Discords that I do stuff in, and that's about it.
my problem is I need, like, I have the content, like, people make clips, or I have, like, a bot from my SteelSeries headset that gets clips from, like, Call of Duty and stuff. And then I have a problem with, like, I procrastinate.
I make you clips.
But it's one of those things, I don't get my content out there. I notice Vigi at least posts more content on, like, TikTok at least.
I'm way behind.
I know you are, but you post more than me.
So far behind.
And what
That's
sucks
one
is,
thing
like,
I need to keep up on.
I tried doing that Eclipse program that I've seen that goes around.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not really worth it. It does
curious.
AI, but it does AI, but it's really sloppy. And it'll add memes in there for you, and the memes don't even make sense. You can schedule things and all that, but if you just take the time and edit the videos the way you want, you don't even have to add memes in there. You just add, like, the funny clip that you had, or a really awesome clip, and you just put it on there. It'll be...
I'll tell you what, I don't even edit my clips unless they go up on YouTube for, like, a compilation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just put one up for sniper stuff and things, but...
Get glinted.
Yeah, get glinted on. It was a good one. That's actually a pretty good compilation.
Check out the merch store.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Just have it scroll across.
But I put up the clips raw, basically. I mean, I use the Twitch editor to kind of, like, you know, if I want it on YouTube, it's in horizontal, and if it's TikTok, it's vertical. But that's about it.
See, that's what I do for the podcast. Like when we do shorts and clips and all of that, I just pull them and make sure they got captions, and then I just throw them up. Because 9 times out of 10, they're already what I was going to pull anyway, and you don't have to do much else. You know, you don't have to normalize your audio. And I think a lot of people get caught up. Maybe that's kind of where you're at, Stubbins, is you get caught up of, well, it's got to be such a certain quality. 9 times out of 10, people don't care. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, if you're doing a short form video, you have literally the first second to catch their attention.
Yeah.
You know, on a broad sense. Now, I'm like the weird guy that I'll sit there and I'll watch it if they don't catch my attention in the first second. If it's something that interests me, you know, like if they're talking about arc raiders or they're talking about whatever, something that's my interest, I don't care if the first 15 seconds of a 30-second clip sucks. I'll watch it just to see.
Right. And what sucks for me too is working a lot, and then I'm just now finally getting my weekends, and then trying to stream full time and all that. It's me trying to make time to do it, because on weekends I want to, like, when we're not doing something like a podcast or something like that on the weekend, or I don't have something going on, I want to sleep in, because I wake up at normally 1 o'clock in the morning. So, like, yeah, I wake up on the weekends at that time, but that's just to let the dogs out, and I usually fall asleep back on the couch. Because it's like, I'm wanting to try to recoup some of the sleep I'm not getting throughout the week.
Okay, so let's get a little personal. Sorry, BG, you have something?
Know.
No, I was just going to say, I don't think, especially starting out or being smaller, that, and no offense to you, Stubbins, at all, if this is your thing that you like to do, that's great, but I don't think in the small time, being a full-time streamer is not generally a good idea, because of the fact that burnout comes so quickly, especially if you're not pulling the viewers that you expected or that you're expecting.
And so mine isn't even like them wanting the viewers. It's more of, I'm just having fun right now. I already told my wife whenever summer comes, I'm not going to be streaming on the weekends anymore, because I'm going to have too many things outside. I got to do, like, stuff around the house whenever it gets warm enough. So I think, like, once summer comes, I'm going to be like, hey guys, we're going to go down to 3 days a week, and then I have my weekends.
But see, that's also the thing, though, too. Like, none of us, I only lump myself in it just because I do stream semi-consistently now. None of us are full-time streamers. You know, we all have our own day jobs, you know, and things like that. I think that kind of would help people who go, well, I want to do streaming full-time. Like, unless you just have a unicorn moment, like 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to keep working your day job. Yep. And you're going to have to adjust your schedule to fit your life. Because burnout's real.
And that's where Vigi and I, like, come up with, like, the conflict of us both being live at the same time is because of the scheduling.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it'll be true.
It's not like I'm trying to do it at the same time as him. I'm not, like, trying to, like, oh, I want to be like Vigi, you know. But it's more of, okay.
You should. I'm pretty awesome.
You need to get a little bit more hair on top of your head.
I need to take some off.
Oh.
Vigi needs a haircut.
Oh, you want to be like that? Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, but
I'm gonna make you cry.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's not the fact that I'm trying to like do it the same days as Vigi or anything like that, because I even do Fridays, which Vigi does, and Sundays. It's just that is the time where, because it gives me enough time to decompress from work before I actually have to start streaming. Because in a way, when you stream, it's a whole different type of mental, like you're playing games, but it's a whole different. You got to be in like a mood to do it, because there's been several times where I've canceled stream because I just was like, I'm not feeling it.
Soft.
I feel that though. I've been there. So
and that's the thing. Like, it's part of anything, you know. But yeah. So all right, I want to get personal now. Most embarrassing moment that you guys have had while streaming.
So I don't get I don't get embarrassed. I lean into all of the embarrassing moments and just take it in stride. So I don't really have one for you.
Honestly, I don't really get, kind of like him, I don't really get embarrassed, but I was actually super surprised whenever I did my bid-a-thon that they actually got enough to put me in a dress and have my makeup done. Like, I didn't expect that. You know, it was a goal I set, and honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen, and it happened. Sorry.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
But it wasn't something that was embarrassing, but for most people it would be, you know?
So, yeah, I guess that, yeah, a lot of people, I mean, I would think if you're streaming, like 9 times out of 10, you just have to swallow the embarrassment and move on. Like,
I mean, shit's gonna happen whether you're playing a game or whether you're doing something else. Because, like, how many times have... I mean, you and I were playing without even being on stream one time, Nimbus, and we just, like, walked into an Arc Raiders match and immediately, like, almost died right out the gate. And it's just like, shit happens. I saw one where a guy, Timmy Toucans, you guys probably seen some of his clips and stuff like that. He's like, I think this... I don't know. I might be able to make this. And he's, like, putting, like, a grappling hook up to the top. And he's going up, and he hits the building, and he falls off, so he grapples back up, and he gets there, and then he accidentally rolls off the building, and he can't capture anything, and kills himself.
Those are some of the
stuff
best
like
moments,
that's gonna
though.
yeah,
Exactly.
see, I wouldn't really classify that as embarrassing. That's just like, whoops.
No, but in like it's a whoops. But in the time, if depending on like what you're doing, like let's say you need, it's just I'm not saying like Arc Raiders. I'm saying like let's say you needed to get to this point, and you've been trying to get to this point all day, and that's the closest you get, and then you do that.
Yeah, I
guess that's true.
You'll laugh about it afterwards, but in that moment, you're just like...
I laugh about it then and there.
Yeah.
A good example is, like, been a couple of weeks now. I did Ready or Not.
Oh, that was hilarious.
So, Ready or Not, you know, if you've never played it, you're a SWAT officer in a fictional city in California, and you just have these different missions that you're running through. And, like, each mission has its own, you know, enemy type, and, you know, sometimes there's trapdoors and things like that. And we were playing... And one of my buddies was like, I'm going to walk through here. And he just got blasted, like right out of the gate. There was a guy hiding in the corner. He looked at the corner and then got blasted. And I'm like, dude. He goes, yeah. You know, and then I walked through it and the same thing happened. Like, you know, it's just one of those things, like, wasn't necessarily embarrassing. It was just like, well, there it is, you know. But you just kind of, we just rolled with the punches, you know.
And that's what you got to do. I think if you're putting yourself in the limelight by going live, and pulling the trigger.
There it is. Oh, he said the thing.
You have to
Ding, ding, ding,
you have
ding.
to be willing to accept the fact that those moments are going to happen, and that you have to lean into them some way or another. You could either go the low route and say, "Fuck it, I'm too embarrassed. I'm going to shut down stream," and then end that night, or you could be like, "I know I'm bad at this game. Like this is what I do, right? Call of Duty, for example, big time Call of Duty." I know, and I say it all the time. I know I'm bad at the game. I never claimed to be good. This is going to happen, and it's going to happen a lot.
But that's where you get your best clips from.
It really is sometimes.
And honestly, adding that the clip command makes it so much easier for your chat instead of them having to go in there and go try to find a clip or something like that. It just like clips like was it like the past 30 seconds or to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of your mainstream bots will do that. They have it built in. You just have to write the command out, or even just enable the command. I know Stream Elements does.
I use Nightbot. I had to go
Nightbot
find
does.
out how to do it. You had to jump through some hoops on that, and every time you like reset your password, you have to go back and redo it. But it'll get what you need done. There's a lot of tools. Actually, you know what? YouTube. We've said this before.
YouTube.
If you have questions, YouTube is your friend. It'll tell you like, okay, how can I make Nightbot use this to make a clip on my Twitch? And literally, there's hundreds of videos on how to do it.
And if I have to, I'm not by any way or shape or form sponsored by Stream Elements, but Stream Elements, if you're watching,
Yeah.
listen.
Rage.
Lean in.
If you are to
Raid Shadow
if
of
you want
Legends.
to choose a bot or a program for your stream, Stream Elements I think is the way to go. It is the easiest, the most straightforward program out there, and you could do a lot with it.
Well, actually, after you had me add that plugin to my OBS, it's made things 10 times easier on that too.
Yeah, because most of it gets put right there for you in your OBS, and you don't have to do anything. It's just there.
So what is one streaming advice that you've heard that is just completely and utterly BS?
You have to be consistent.
Yeah,
That is-
consistency is
Not key.
necessary.
Consistency is not key.
It's
It
not.
used to be. Okay, to be fair, at one point, it used to be. But if you have followers, and Twitch has a thing where you can set up what your stream schedule is, they'll know when to be there. And a lot of them will join, like, your Discords.
Well,
or they'll get
so
your
I mean, like, not
notifications.
stuff that used to be relevant, but now is BS. I'm talking about like something like you have to have a webcam to be successful.
I was just about to say, you
don't
nailed
have
it. You hit the nail on the head earlier when you said you don't need to have a big fancy setup to start being
No.
a streamer. You
Yeah.
don't. I think that's one of the biggest fucking things that people fall a victim to is they're told, well, you need a high-end computer, you need 3 monitors, you need a secondary streaming computer. No, you don't need any of that. You could fucking pull your PlayStation up and stream straight from there, no webcam, no mic,
Yeah.
and just stream.
Well, go back to the episode in last season when we talked with Rage. He said he literally sat in front of his coffee table with the Kinect right there, and he's playing on his Xbox, and he used his phone to watch chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have the most simple
that's-
setup, and that's all it takes.
And that's how he started. And I'm just like, wow. I probably had a better, because I had to like wait on getting better internet, I just slowly built up what I wanted on my computer and my stream setup wise. I probably had a better advantage over people that are just starting out, like doing it that way. But do you need it? No, not at
even
all. I
close
mean,
to
hell,
needing it.
my wife, she's wanting to start streaming when we get her new computer. She kind of has it set up where she has like just like it's like a little picture of like a character that she likes
Yeah.
or whatever, and every time she talks, it like bounces just a little bit and lights up a little bit more.
Yeah, it changes from like a dark to a light. I remember that.
Yeah, and you don't have to have the fanciest setup. And honestly, I think that works well for her because she's not a person that likes to be on camera.
Yeah.
So having that, like,
How do we get you to be
ability-
to that same realm?
Such a nice conversation.
He started it.
It was the bald comment.
Yeah. So, I know, we've talked about it, like you guys are just all about the passion, right? So as you've noticed over time, as you've gotten bigger, you've gotten more followers, or maybe you've gotten 3 people to actually watch your Twitch live, Stubbins. As you grew, did things change? Like, were you like, I can't do this anymore because I don't want to get rid of people, or did you just stay the same,
Honestly,
or did you add more? Like, oh, there's
If
more people
are
now,
gonna-
so
if
now.
if people are gonna like me, they're gonna like me for how I'm playing, and if they don't, then whatever.
That
Because in
explains
my
it.
opinion, I'm gonna play the games I like playing. Because if I don't, the burnout's gonna go faster.
Yeah.
Like if I just because
100%.
whenever I was trying to grind for like getting affiliate before I actually started doing like the full on grind, I was trying to do like Call of Duty. I was like, oh yeah, I can play Call of Duty. I got so burnt out of Call of Duty that I put Call of Duty on the back burner for the longest time, and I was trying to play everything but.
No, I get that,
because I
like-
burnt myself out on it.
Yeah, no, I get that. So what would you say are tips to avoid that kind of burnout? Or I know we've talked about it before, but in case somebody isn't familiar with it, let's talk about like Twitch exclusive burnouts, streaming exclusive.
Well, let's take the one thing for example. You need to make sure you do self-care. If you don't do self-care, it won't be good in the long run. Like if you need that day off,
Take the day
fuck
off.
what other people think. Take the day off. I'm the first to admit, like, there's been days where I'm just like, I come home from work, I'm just too exhausted. I'm like, hey, no stream tonight. I'm just not feeling it. It's just like, you have to have that time for yourself, because if you don't have that time to decompress and get your, like, because we all work, you know, you come home, you decompress, you know, you, like, try to get that, like, maybe the stress from the work day out. You just, like, try to, like, whether it's just playing Hightail, playing a game, cooking food, doing something, playing with your dog, whatever, you decompress from the day.
Ranking the hog.
Yeah, that.
Nice.
But you decompress from the day, and you kind of get into a better mindset of being able to stream. Because even though you may go in streaming, it's still you kind of want to keep that high energy. You still want to be you, but you want to keep that high energy, because if you go in and you're just, like, not there, people are going to feel that when they come to your stream.
Right.
And you'll definitely see it in your viewer count too.
Another big thing you want to avoid when another thing you want to do to avoid burnout. Words are hard.
Another two thing void burn.
Yes, what he said is play or do something that you like, not what everybody else likes. Don't try to follow what's hot, right? First of all,
Because your big streamers are going to be on top of what's hot.
First of all, you're
Yeah.
not going to get seen, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you play Arc Raiders the same time that Peanut's playing, no one's ever going to notice you. There's 70,000 people in his chat. You have 2.
Right.
And not just that, but he's also now, like, co-streaming with, like, Nick Merckx, Ten the Tatman, all
Yeah.
the other big streamers that are getting, like, 75 to 100,000 people in their chat. So you are not going to be seen.
But that's not to say, if you love playing Arc Raiders, that you shouldn't do it because he's on. By all means, play it. If you love it, play it.
Because, like, don't lose the love for the game that you have just because you know you're not going to be seen. If you do play, you might. Like, there's always a chance that one of those guys, if they raid out...
Might be
there's
looking for somebody playing similar games, yeah.
There is a, like, I'm not saying it's a great chance, but you have more of a chance of one of those streamers maybe going, let's go raid out to somebody. And they
Yeah.
raid out to you. It's happened before. Like, I know people personally who was like, oh yeah, I was playing, one of my other buddies, the Pimp and Panda. He was like, yeah, I was playing Mech Warriors Online, and one of the biggest streamers that does that raided me. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. So, you know, like, if it's something that you're genre-wise, there's still a chance that those people could come into your stream. It's not saying that it's going to happen, but there's a chance. So if you love playing that game, even though you know you're probably not going to get seen,
Do it anyway. Play what you love to play. Enjoy yourself. That's the biggest thing, is make sure you're enjoying yourself.
Well, and I mean, we've talked about it, we've circled around it the entire episode, but you'll be more successful with whatever you do if you're you. You know, people are going to tune into your Twitch stream to watch you play a game, regardless if you're the biggest streamer and you're playing the hottest new game, or you're the day one and you're playing a game from 2005. You know, the authenticity is what people are after.
Yeah.
let's be honest. Everybody can play these games you're playing. They're not there for the game. They're there for you.
Yep.
They're there for the entertainment. You are the entertainment for that. And if they like your style, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it's one of those things. You
Well,
can't...
like, there's a dude I follow. I actually rated out to him, and me and him started talking, and we got on, like, Discord and stuff, and we're actually going to play a game together. But he's not, like, super big, but everybody that comes into his chat, he's like, you know, how's it going? Like, you know, he acknowledges people, and when they're like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed, he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, take care of yourself, you know, stretch your legs. Like, I rated out to him after playing for like 4 or 5 hours one night, and he was like, dude, go take a walk about, you know, stretch your legs, get some food or what. Like, you know, he does that though for everybody that comes in. It wasn't just because it was me or whatever, because I didn't rate him with a big party, but, you know, he was just like, take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's like, you have to take care of yourself. That is the number one thing. Because if you don't, that burnout's going to happen so fast.
I think him and Demo could be friends, and that's all I'm going to say.
Cleveland thing?
No, it is very much off-stream activities.
Oh, okay, yeah. I figured it was one of the two.
Yeah. No, he's super chill, but But kind of off of that, I actually, because being on nights, I've been watching him because he's on a different time zone than us. So, like, it's his daytime when it's midnight here or whatever, so I'm able to watch it. And
Damn, that was loud.
I was wondering if it was really loud.
But, like, his followers and his chat and stuff, like, you're just talking to him, they're like, yeah, like, he shouts out people and it shows them, like, the last game they played and whatever. And one person was like, oh, dude, you play this game? Like, cool, I'm going to watch. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll try to do it, around this time. And he was like, done. And he followed. And then I had another person follow. Like, out of that, I had 3 or 4 people that followed me from that chat just because of playing certain types of games, and so it is real. That was about the closest networking thing I've done in recent.
Yeah, I'm really bad at networking. That's one of my downfalls.
That's what I'm trying to expand more on. And it's not that because I know with us being in PBS, they would rather you raid out to some of the people in there. I try to raid out to them a lot, but I'm trying to also network my way out some further reach. Because it's like, it's kind of
week love raiding out to whoever.
So, like, one of the things is, like, if you keep putting your hand in the jar of, like, all the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same stuff. So that's why I like to try to take 2 or 3 days out of my week and go raid out to someone else. And that's where I've, like, met F-Tac Stallion, which I wanted to get on the podcast, but with his new job, he can't because timing and all that. Where I met Revealing Too Much, Tiddly, like, a bunch of people that are, like, big streamers, but they took that time to acknowledge me, and they actually followed me back, and they're like, hey, this content's great, and I've seen them in my stream every once in a while. If they're not streaming, they might be in there.
Interesting.
Because actually, I had Stallion raid out to me, and he raided me with, like, 50 people that were in his chat, and they blew up my chat. I broke. That instantly broke me. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, your first big raid is it's insane. You do break. You don't know what to do at all.
And
I've had
that goes for every single one of you that are
raids.
listening to this that may be new to streaming. When you get that first big raid, you will break. No matter how prepared you think you are for it, it's going to break you because your chat's going to go from dead to boom, it exploded. And you now have like 50 people
it's
in
funny
the
you
chat
say
just,
that.
like, constantly like talking.
Like, it's funny you say that because you rated out to me the other night, and like I think you had like 1 or 2 viewers or whatever, and like I was like, oh, okay, like there's a chance that he may rate out or Vigi might, but it's neither here nor there. Like, I'm always prepared for like you guys because like we interact on a daily basis, but still when you rated out, I was like, oh crap, somebody rated me, like. And I was like, oh, it's just Stubbinz,
No, it's just...
But like, it's
me.
still that, like, you just seeing that, you're being rated, it was like, oh, cool, like, somebody's noticed me.
Yep.
But, you know what I mean? Like, regardless that it was you or not, it was just like, oh, somebody's noticed, and it caught me off guard, but it still wasn't like, like you said, it wasn't 50-plus people. And,
Right.
I mean, my chat did explode, but it was just you harassing me.
Yeah, but it got you that chatter in there to make you start looking at chat, though.
Oh, so let me just back up for a second. I look at chat pretty frequently because I've told you that my brother is living his streamer life through me, right?
Yeah.
So every time I'm like, hey, you want to play? He's like, yeah, are we streaming? Or he'll just text me, hey, we streaming tonight? Whatever. He will be in the Discord party. We will be talking. And then he'll be watching the stream, which is cool. I respect it, whatever. And then he'll chat in, asking a question like that Friday night. You were there. He was asking a question about another dude I was playing with. So I had to read it. I was reading it out to the other dude. And I was like, dude, you're in the party. Just talk to him. Ask him the question yourself, And he's like, no, it's more fun this way. Which I respect it. It was funny. It got the interactions up and whatever. But I was
But
just,
then also he's in a way he's actually helping you too because he's helping you get these. Oh, I'm having to look at chat. I'm having to
No, yeah,
respond.
that's what I'm saying. Like it helped out a lot because I was like, okay, we're in between rounds, and like I instantly was just looking at the chat because I was like, here it comes. Here comes the next question or the next comment, right?
Right.
So anyway, would you? Okay.
It's definitely one of the harder things I thought was harder to pick up was actually trying to pay attention to chat. And it's one of the most important things. Screw the game that you're playing. If chat's popping, that's what you need to be paying attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, to me, the hardest thing so far has just been like starting out, like just talking when
That's
there's like nobody
also
in the
another-
party. You know what I mean? Like, because once you have people you're talking to or whatever, it's fine. But like, I was gonna play Arc Raiders one night and I had a group ready, and I was like, all right, we're gonna meet here, and it was that time and nobody was on, so I did it by myself for like 30 minutes, and I was like, man, like I'd literally have nothing to say. You know what I mean? Like,
it sucks because then you
well,
have to become,
there's some sand, there's a bird. You know?
it becomes that like you now have to become the madman and talk to yourself
Yeah.
in a way.
You
Because you have
just
to
have to
keep-
narrate your game. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it can be the hardest thing in the world too. And I guess
Can
that's
be.
where like Rage Law was like practice your like offline stream stuff with like doing YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it, but I also don't have the time to do that.
I definitely don't have the time to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like. I respect him. I respect the the absolute shit because like he's obviously done everything on that, end of things.
Yeah.
And seeing how many people he had to where and all that, it's just like he knows his like way of doing things. And for me, I'm just like I work X amount of hours, X amount of days. I do stream this amount of hours, this amount of days, and also trying to do at least one day a week for the podcast. It's just like, where do I find the time?
Yeah.
I almost need to start taking speed and just never sleep,
Bull holler toothpicks.
But what? I don't know what that is.
That's-
But okay.
What?
Is, it,
What's that
Hey,
mean?
neither of you know about those?
What does that
is
mean?
that the tooth? Is that
It's
toothpick
a
with the
laced
toenail and you
toothpick.
kick the-
No, it's a laced toothpick that they'd keep in their mouth. That way they could haul for well past their regulated hours.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
That sounds terrible. I don't want any part of it.
Demo probably would.
I don't know if that'd be Demo's cup of tea. But
He probably likes to sleep.
all right, before this
Does like
devolves
to
into
sleep.
something really bad, what would you say is the one rule every streamer should follow? Whether you've done it for 60 seconds or you've done it for 50 years.
Chat is important.
Always be kind to chat.
Be yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that next time you're being mean to me in chat.
Oh, you can be mean
but
to your
that's-
chat.
He just said always be kind to your chat.
Nah,
He's
no,
not
no,
being
no, no,
kind.
No, because if you are generally mean to people, you should be mean to everyone, not just certain people.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Stubbins.
Because
Busy,
you
you're
can
not
come to
helping me
my
on
chat.
front.
You come to my chat. I'm gonna pick on you if I find something to pick at.
I'm
no.
sad I don't get to be a part of Demo's birthday bash.
Oh, I'm just looking forward to that.
Yeah, they fucking swarmed that. They're like, nah, we got this. Everybody's playing.
I was
He's
sad.
gonna be-
I was like,
I don't
want,
know.
I wanted
I think he's gonna be too.
elevated.
He's gonna be too
elevated
in the
to
next
play.
astral plane. Okay. So, what would you say is one myth about streaming, like that you have to have this quality setup or this or that really doesn't matter?
Thought we already talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about.
Oh, I'm listening.
Oh my god.
You'd say you're not listening.
No,
I thought you were out of the intern stage.
no.
No, but I'll reiterate the point. You don't need a big setup to be a streamer.
No, like what I have behind me and what my setup is taken years to get to where I'm at.
Well, see, so like when I said that, like the myth, like to me, the myth is like you're gonna blow up in 5 streams. Like you're gonna.
Oh yeah, no, that's
You're
Of
gonna be,
course.
yeah,
like
that's-
and whatever. But so if you could go back, what is one piece of advice you would give to day one you that you've learned over the year or years?
Turn the viewer count off.
exactly. I
Stop
stressed about
worrying about how many fucking people are in chat and start worrying about how well you're doing playing your game.
honestly.
Yeah,
like,
Stubbins. Get good, as the kids say.
Yeah, get good, scrub.
I actually have a funny story
No,
about that.
I for the longest time, I had the viewer count on. It was stressfully killing me because I'm like, nobody's in stream. Nobody's in stream. For the longest time, my wife didn't even watch my streams.
No blame her.
Heat I'm getting today that are deep cuts. Jesus.
Listen, I'm here for it.
Vigi literally said in his stream last night, he's like, I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I get to bully Stubbins.
It's true.
Was this after I left?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Yeah, they were
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about something and somehow you got brought up. I don't remember the full thing. And he was
I
like,
don't remember either, but
he was
I
like,
talking
Stubbins
shit.
is a really good guy. He's like, we like to pick on him or whatever. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I can pick on him.
I was talking mad shit for something, and I can't remember what it was. And I was like, and I don't care. I'll say this to Stubbin's face. I wish I could remember what it was now because it was funny.
Should have clipped it.
I should have clipped it. Oh well. He'll just have to go back and watch the VOD. And then later on I'll get a message saying, "You asshole!"
Yeah, probably. Nah, I don't have time for that shit, so it's just gone. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
It was funny. No one's safe. You're in my chat or not. If I have a thought about you, I'm letting it out.
At least he's thinking about us.
Yeah.
I've made fun of Nimbus too.
Oh, it don't bother me.
We actually make fun of Nimbus on the daily. It's not just me. Just his isn't as seen as much as mine is.
Well, I think that pretty much answered most of my questions. Like I said, I'd like to do, maybe we should do one later after
You hit affiliate and see
after
how
we
you feel about
hit
it.
affiliate and see what's different, and maybe there'll be more questions, like why is this not working,
I could see that. Here's one.
I almost want to
that
take
maybe-
people through like a progress of, like I'm pretty much a beginning guy, and then we'll, as I hit the next step, then we can talk about that, and then once we all hit partner, we talk about that,
So, Nimbus, have you actually had your first organic viewer yet, though? One that isn't like someone
yeah,
part of your
actually,
group,
I've had
someone
a
that-
follower from last week when I streamed that I don't know who it is. So I think they were on when I was doing the Ready or Not stream, and they followed. I don't recognize their name. It's not anybody that I've associated with, and it could very well just be somebody that I do know, and I just don't recognize their name. But
that first organic follow is both a very, like, this is great, and also very, like, who are you?
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Are
and
you a
I
bot?
mean, technically, I had two
Venom
from
Snake.
that
Are you a
chat,
bot?
because like I don't know them, and they just followed me because we were talking about the game I played. So like that's like an organic, but that was like a networking kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, because I think Vigi and I talked about, like, our first organic viewer actually kind of, like, his waited a while and talked for a while, and mine did the same thing, and it's just like they wanted to get that feel out there for, like, who are you and
Yeah.
what do you like doing, and then they followed. It's just, it's weird, because some of them are kind of, like, very much is this someone I'm going to vibe with? I'm watching them, I'm doing, seeing how things are going, I'm chatting with them here and there. I'd get people who come in and chat, and then they just leave because they didn't like the vibe. Okay, cool. You're not part of my, like, I guess people that don't like me or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of those. So
I'm in that club.
yeah. But I keep you around. It's kind of like the old Greg, Bailey's. This is, I call this one Bailey's. This one, Bailey's up close. So what if you have someone that is toxic in your stream? How do you handle that, Vigi?
I like to fuck with them first, and if they get too out of hand, then I have, like I said earlier, I have mods with very itchy trigger fingers, so they'll be gone.
Oh, we like to...
very quick.
Your mods, me included, like timing out the other mods, so...
Yeah. I had to implement a command through StreamerBot to allow everyone in chat to time out anyone they want, including mods. But it had to grant moderator privileges back to the moderator after they were untimed out, because if you time out a mod, it strips them of their moderator privileges.
Oh wow.
So I had to make sure that it was all in fun. Time people out, it's fine. So yeah, you could come to my chat and time out anyone you want.
Well, we need a fire counter for how many times he's been
Just about
timed
every
out.
stream he comes in, he gets timed out. Just
That's enough of that.
That's because Fire is a mouthy motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe you would, like, compare to this. I hate the sound of my own voice, so trying to make clips
So do we.
and stuff like that.
The defeated sigh
Trying
was
to make
great.
clips and trying to make clips.
And then
all
talking
that,
to
it
him
can
when
be
he's trying to
kinda-
talk, it really gets them wound up.
Here we go again.
Oh man! Insert that GTA
Oh,
clip.
shit, here we go
Yeah.
again.
No, I get what you're
I
saying.
think that
The making the clips thing when you don't like the sound of your own voice.
it makes
is
it
hard.
grueling.
Yes,
It makes
is.
it grueling to try to, like, do content, and I think that's another thing. Kind of going back to earlier, you're saying, like, what's your biggest thing? Is like me making content. It's like having to sit there and just try to find the funny moments, but also the grueling parts of hearing, like, it's just weird because, like, everybody else is like, oh, well, that's just normal. But for me, it's not what I sound like. And
I've grown to love the sound of my own voice. So
that tracks.
yeah.
He's grown. He's a big boy.
I do grow outward.
I like the anime style, just push up with the glasses.
No.
We just need, like, the bright white, just like, ping.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, that's something I've had to get used to, especially doing, like, this podcast and whatever, is just getting used to the sound of my own voice and whatever. I mean, that's just, I think everybody's got that feel, you know. I think even, like, the person that has probably the smoothest voice in the world or whatever, probably still, like, I don't think I could watch anything that I've ever done or listen to my voice.
I mean, I've heard the same thing about, like, actors who have been in movies and stuff like that. They don't like watching movies that they've been in a lot of times because they have to hear themselves talk or something like that in the movie. And it's just kind of like one of those... I could kind of see that. It kind of makes me, like, hope you guys maybe ask when Mars is on here about, like, do you actually like playing as your character, being able to hear your own voice? Or... He's like,
no, I want to play anybody else. I've made sure when they gave me a copy of the game to lock my character out.
I mean, it's a genuine question, you know? It's like...
Genuine! That's genuine!
Genuine!
It was that southern drawl came hard.
It comes and goes. It's fine. It usually happens when I'm talking about numbers.
Genuine!
Nimbus got it.
You're dumb.
I wasn't paying attention, so
I am dumb, so it's fine.
Anyway.
I think it'd be a great question to ask some of the voice actors if we get more on here. Is like, do you like playing games that you're voice acted in, or
I just want to find out how long it took them to get to the point where they're like, yeah, I'm okay with the sound of my own voice.
Right.
Because I think everybody goes through that I hate the sound of my own voice thing. I think it's a normal thing.
Oh, 100%. Like Nimbus said, everybody kind of goes through that. But I think that's the one thing that's kind of also like part of the brick wall that's stopping me from making more content, just because it feels like it takes forever to get to parts that I need to or edit it the way I want it to, because it's just like, God, I sound awful. And I know you both agree with that statement, but...
Send me a clip. I'll make you sound purdy. Purdy.
You can auto-tune him?
Oh, yeah. We give him the old T-Pain effect.
I'm on a boat.
That's great. Good stuff.
So I think that's actually gone over some pretty good like questions and maybe some things that some streamers may have questions about. Like talked about some subjects. And Nimbus, you actually brought up some really good questions today about some of the things that you had.
Hooray! I'm useful.
Don't count your chickens.
Hooray! I'm semi-useful.
There you go.
Hooray! just leave it at that.
Just hooray! But I want to thank you guys for coming on tonight and talking.
What else
about
will we
that,
do?
'cause I know
Play Hightail.
I'll,
Oh wait, I did
Actually,
that.
I will not be here on the next week's episode.
hooray!
Have
Oh, I mean, hang on.
It's
I
imminent.
have a funeral. I have a funeral to go to, so I'm sad that I'm going to miss out on that interview. But I'll definitely be watching and be excited.
And let's just clarify something really quick, because everybody's gonna be like, "Wow, Vigi and Nimbus are just heartless." We do care that he is going to that, but we also have this image that we have to bully Stubbinz to uphold. So
Yeah.
you know, it's a wish in one hand and want in the other. So he will maybe be missed. Next week's episode will determine. But you know the irony of the whole thing? Like, watch that be the highest viewed episode that we have. And it's not, it'd be like, well, Stubbinz wasn't there. But, you know, just because of the voice actor that's coming on, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Spoiler.
We won't tell you who, though.
Stubbinz already
Even though I've
did.
mentioned it a couple times, but I don't think I mentioned their whole name, so.
It's gonna be a good
We're
one.
not going to tell you who it is, guys.
Come back and see.
So y'all have a fantastic day and great rest of your time. We'll see you guys next week.
Oh, whoa, good rest of your time.
Yep.
It's terminal. It's terminal.
It's terminal.
I woke up this morning. It's terminal.
I woke up this morning and I made it everybody else's problem.
You know that moment when you wake up and you're just sad that you didn't die in your sleep and you have to go to work? Yeah. Me too.
God, you make me want to get a soundboard so bad.
Voice Mod has a built-in one.
I
Yeah,
can't use
VoiceMod has a
VoiceMod.
built-in one.
Oh.
It breaks my computer for some reason. Exactly. That's what my computer does.
His computer, he's like voice mod, and his computer just freaks out. Oh, there's more sounds. What's this one? Ooh.
Oh.
What is this one? Oh, this one's scary. Nope.
The
I'll
fact
play
that
with these
his
later.
mouth was open that whole time.
I need that one.
I need to add one where people can just type in the command and it'll just do some random thing off that soundboard.
Yeah. Dude, I have something really cool that I'm cooking up, and I'm hoping I can get it to work right. It'd be great. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, Stubbins.
You tell me. Like he's closing his ears.
Okay, so anyway.
That's funny.
So what it is like, you know, and I think you have it too, but in Stubbins I always do the command jump scare, and it's like to scare him. I'm building it where it's a reverse engineered one, so when they do it, it actually will like do like the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic, and to scare the viewer versus me. Like I won't hear the sound, I won't nothing, and it'll just pop up on him.
I like it.
But I don't want to tell Stubbins that, because I want him to be surprised by it, because I know he'll be the first one to try to use it.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back.
Where'd you go? Just the side eye of doom.
Oh, Andy's gone now.
Dickhead. I knew exactly what he did, and my computer decided to take forever to come back.
It happens. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I love how he goes, "Where did you go, Mr. Stubbins?"
Bonsai!
I think I'm going to delete Battlefield 6 off my computer.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know yet.
I haven't played it in a while. I might do the same. I'm not sure.
Like
Too much,
Fortnite.
like, talked about that he wants to play a little bit.
I just don't ever touch it. I still haven't played their
Clip that.
Or their battle royale.
Clip
yet,
that.
so.
He doesn't ever touch it.
It wasn't bad, but it was definitely very different.
I think next episode I'm going to play Megabonk.
Megabonk
Yeah.
with Mars.
Yeah. I have to be distracted, or else I'm not paying attention.
Remember we went over this. He has to have something to distract him or he will vibrate and explode.
Wow, you just went completely silent.
He did it to me, didn't he?
Did you meet
He did it to me. I saw it.
It was that way for a long time. Well,
You just have a kick ready. You just have a kick Stubbins button ready.
No, I joined it as the host, so like I can see all of that.
Okay, Andy, I'm not coming back now.